Now, let's talk about some of the modern day tools you're going to want and some tools that you're absolutely going to need. Now, the very first thing that you're absolutely going to need, you cannot proceed without this, and I cannot stress this enough, is you're going to need a good, reliable autoresponder service. Now, there's many different autoresponder services out there, but I'm going to recommend to you three that I personally use that I personally endorse, okay? I want to tell you right off the bat that you really should avoid using free services. Free email services, they could be gone tomorrow. Also, there's some network marketing companies out there that have email. I recommend really that you stick with these three. Now, the first one that I'm going to recommend is Aweber. They're available right at www.aweber.com. And you can see right here, they have a lot of different features, okay? They allow you to email your subscribers. They allow you to build lists. And they have real good pricing. You can see right here that they start at just $19 a month, okay? And with Aweber, you can get started for just $1, which is really cool. So you don't have to invest a lot of different money. I use Aweber as my main email service, and or my main autoresponder service, and I really like them. Now, there's also GetResponse. GetResponse, very similar to Aweber, okay? They allow you to build web forms and build lists, okay, and mail to your lists. And a nice thing about GetResponse, okay, is they're priced a little bit lower, it seems, than Aweber is. And they allow you to try it for free, actually, which is really, really cool. If you're strapped for cash, you can get started with GetResponse for free, okay? And they're very respected autoresponder service. Now, the final one that I'll recommend, I hesitantly recommend it, is iContact. iContact does have very good deliverability, meaning that when email is coming from their servers, they tend to get into email boxes a little bit better than Aweber and GetResponse. Now, things do change, and that might have changed by the time that you've watched this video, but it's just something to know. iContact they're known for their deliverability. The drawback with iContact is their pricing can get a little bit expensive. It does start pretty low, but it can get rather expensive quickly. But once again, they also offer a free trial, so there's nothing to lose by trying them out. I do recommend, though, that whatever service you try, you really stick with, because it is sometimes a little difficult to switch between autoresponder providers. So that's something for you to keep in mind, okay? Now, the next thing that you're going to need is you're going to need a good, reliable hosting provider. Once again, I don't recommend that you use a free hosting provider. Although there are some out there, you never know what's going to happen. They could cancel hosting on you right away. Now, the hosts that I recommend right now, there's two of them, okay? I'm going to recommend HostGator, which I absolutely love. They have fantastic service, excellent customer support, excellent uptime. They have virtually no downtime. And like I said, their customer service is absolutely fantastic. HostGator, it's very easy. What you would want is you'd want to get their hosting, and I don't recommend their hatchling plan right here. But when you're getting started, there's nothing wrong with going with this baby plan, and you can upgrade at will to any of their larger plans as your business gets bigger. But they allow you unlimited domains, unlimited disk space, and unlimited bandwidth. So I recommend them. They're very affordable. I've also heard very good things about Bluehost. Bluehost is another fantastic hosting company that has excellent customer service, and with them you can get started for about $5 a month, okay? And let me tell you, there are many other good hosting companies out there. These are just a couple that I really like, that I've had good luck with. Now, the next thing that you're going to need, and this really isn't a tool, it's kind of a tool, but you're going to need a domain name. And you need to decide with your domain name, once you choose a niche, if you're going to go broad with your domain name. Like if I was in the gardening niche, it might be Mark's Gardening Tips. Or if you're going to get specific, and by specific I mean like something like a domain like 10 ways to get rid of weeds. Okay? Now, when starting out, it's perfectly okay to go with a broad domain name. All right? And you can have, if you have multiple products, as long as they're in the gardening niche, you can put them all in different subfolders on your main domain. Okay? When you do get a winner, when you do get something that's really breaking out and is being a good performer for you, you might want to get specific and get a specific domain name for that. Like if you put together a report on how to get rid of weeds and it was 10 different tips, you might want to get a domain name that reflects that. Okay? And there's only really 2 places that I recommend you purchase your domain names. I bought hundreds of domain names over the years, and I bought them all through either GoDaddy or Namecheap.com. They're really the only 2 places that I recommend you buy your domain names because they have very good prices and they're very reliable. So I would go with either GoDaddy or Namecheap to go ahead and get your domain names. And the next thing that you're going to need is you're going to need a squeeze page template, okay? You're going to need a squeeze page template. And you can make your own if you know HTML, okay? Or you can make it easy on yourself and use a template, either a WordPress or an HTML template or a WordPress theme that's built just for marketers. And right now what I want to do is I want to show you just a few of these different themes that are made specifically for marketers. Now, the first one is Optimize Press that you can get at optimizepress.com. And they have a nice big sales letter here, and they'll tell you everything that they do. But what's neat about them is they let you build sales pages and squeeze pages and download pages really easily inside of the WordPress platform. And it's a great tool. It is a bit pricey. You can see down here. Right now, I think it's like $97. It is a bit pricey, but it's an option. Now, the next option that I'm going to show you is WP Lead Gorilla. WP Lead Gorilla is this really, it's about $77 right now for an unlimited license. But what it does is it allows you to create some really, really cool looking modern day squeeze pages. And I think right down here what I'm going to do is I'm going to just show you some of these examples that they show here. You can see like this is one of their squeeze pages. It's a flashy looking, got a pretty girl here, but it's a fresh looking squeeze page. It's a little different from most other squeeze pages out here. You can even put videos in here. I have this. I haven't used it that much, but I am starting to play with it. It's very, very cool. These new style squeeze pages, they convert very well. Now, like I said, their pricing, it's a little bit high, but if you can afford it, okay, if you can afford it, it's a neat tool to get, and they're really cool. Now, another one is this company, or something that's put out by Robert Plank and Lance Tamashiro. And what they have is, it's the paper template. It's a WordPress theme that's absolutely built for marketers. And what's so cool about the paper template theme is they actually have a lot of built-in content. Like they have built-in headlines that you can just punch in your information, okay? They got headlines, bullet points. They have entire sales pages that you can just swap out their information for your product. And it's absolutely cool as heck. And if you go there right there at papertemplate.com, they'll show you everything about it, show you everything it does. They have some, I think they have some demos on this page, but you can get started with it for only $7. And for $7, it's an absolute steal. Absolute steal. And later on in another of these videos, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some of the inside of Paper Template when we go ahead and create a squeeze page. So, very cool. It's a really cool tool. Either of these three, they're going to make life easy when creating squeeze pages and sales pages and sales funnels. Okay, so that about covers it for this video. Just, these templates, these tools, they'll make life a little bit easier for you.